What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. DD out here in Los Angeles. Chris is somewhere, but Dan is here, and that's all that matters. Dan is here in Pittsburgh. And today on the show, we've got a lot to get to. We're going to get to this thing I saw on the internet: one song, one meal for the rest of your life. One song, one meal for the rest of your life. So we're going to get to that. We've got the airport theory that's going viral on TikTok, and we may have something from the leftovers, but I'm not going to say that because what is the point? Also, we got music, we got beer, we got more. Dan, let everybody know where they can find the Brunch Breakdown when they're not listening to the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. You can find the Brunch Breakdown anywhere podcasts are available, right? I haven't listed them in a while. Let's go. Let's throw them out. Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Odyssey, Audible, Good Pods, and literally everywhere else podcasts are available. That's where you can find the Brunch Breakdown. Subscribe to that station. Wherever you love it, subscribe to us there. Follow us there. The episode's going to come straight to you every Wednesday morning as soon as it's available. Okay? We also have video episodes. Those also come out on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. A little more timely on those. Where? YouTube, Facebook, Spotify. Right in the app, you can find the video episodes. We're everywhere on social media at Brunch Breakdown. And of course, where's the sounds of brunch? It's on Spotify, people. It's on Spotify. It gets updated every Friday with the songs we're going to tell you about at the end of this episode. We're going to leave last week's on there for you as well. I think, and I know nothing about what you're bringing to the table, I think we got a good one this week. And it's just me and you. So I'm even more confident, frankly, because of that. But here we are. Look forward to the sounds of brunch. Find it on Spotify.
Yeah, my sounds of brunch is it makes me a little sad, but I will makes me a little sad, but like, you know, nostalgic reasons, but it's just
all
makes
right.
me a little sad.
We'll tease. Stay tuned.
I went through a little thing this week, but we'll talk about it later
Okay. All right.
later on the show.
Love it.
All right. Well, it's time to get random things off our chests. Dan, you're talking. Go for it.
I'm just going to keep talking. And
yeah, you've been up longer than me, so just keep going.
That's fair. Been very productive morning, even though it's still early here. I was just driving to work the other day, like I do most weekdays of the week. And to be honest, I like to think I live in a fairly clean city. Pittsburgh, fairly clean city, right? But you know what I saw that I also see it. You see it everywhere. And I can't comprehend it at almost 40 years old. People just throw trash out the side of their window and the side of the road. Like, they're still doing that. People are still doing this.
Yep.
What's going on? Like, there are still degenerates on this planet that just, when they're done with something, they think, here's a good place to throw some refuse. Like, I can't comprehend it. And for some reason, it starts in like a one place. There's like one thing, there's a banana peel, there's a bottle. And then that just becomes like the place that people throw stuff out, right? Maybe it's by a stoplight somewhere along the highway. And like, you have to be so disgusting, a disgusting human being, to actually think it's okay to throw trash out your car window onto the side of the road. Don't give me this compost bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because that's not usually what's on the side of the road, which is why it's still on the side of the road, because it's not composting. It's not an apple or a banana peel. It's the other shit. And like, do you not think that do you know how far do you have to drive to find a trash can? I feel like it's not that far. I really feel like it's not that far. You know what I mean? They're everywhere nowadays. Why can't you just hold on to that until you find a receptacle like every other normal person does? It just blew my mind this week. I don't know. It was one of those things. You pass it all the time. You see it all the time. You don't think much of it. You don't think anything about it. And then I'm looking at this massive pile of just shit on the side of the road and wondering that there are this many pea-sized brain people that still think that this is okay. And, we have much larger problems right now, but just keep your shit in your car and throw it away properly. That's all. Baby steps, people. It just, I don't know, Didi. It just hit me this week. Can't believe it's still going on. We have to pay people to pick up trash on the side of the road. That goes our tax dollars right there.
I feel you on that because I'll see people do that from time to time, and I'm like, so that water bottle was really bothering you that much while you were driving?
Right?
Because, like, I mean, I was like, I have stuff in my car all the time, and I feel like there will be the random time I like, I don't, it's always when I'm like getting groceries, right? And I'll like
Mm-hmm.
look into my car, and I'm like, oh my God, and then it's just like that Target, Costco, wherever the hell I am, parking lot is just about to get all of the trash that was in my car. It's all like that trash can that's right next to
Yeah.
the carts is getting all my trash. And it's like I feel like it just happens like that. Or if I'm at like the gas station,
Yeah.
that thing is getting all of the trash that's been in my car. Like, because I drive a lot, so I'm in the car a lot. There's just a lot of water bottles everywhere. Then the kids' Fruit Loops or whatever the fuck's in the back seat, just shit just like piles up. Then all of a sudden you're just somewhere and you do it. But like never when I'm driving do I just say, "Let me just throw this out the
Like, I can't
window."
take it anymore. It's got to go right now on the
Yeah,
side. I don't care.
like
It's it's mind blowing. You're right. Every gas station has multiple trash cans out there.
yeah, what else are you doing at the gas station?
Yeah, what are you throwing away there that's not just been in your car?
Yeah,
They're not just putting out there for fun. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's what that's for. Use it.
exactly. Yeah, and if you're like, well, one of our cars is gas, one of the cars is electric, and if you're at the electric charging stations, which like takes like 20 minutes, like what else are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
Tesla guy, why
Come
are
on.
you throwing your Cliff Bar wrapper out the window? Like,
Yeah.
what are
Just
you
had to get
doing?
off that my chest this week. I just can't believe it. Still
I
happening.
hear you. I hear you, man. Um, I want to get this off my chest this week. I went to something really cool this week, and I'm just going to talk about how cool it was. I went to a thing called First Fridays at the Natural History Museum in LA, and I've been to the Natural History Museum one time, and it's really, really cool. It is like very, very in depth. It's the best. What do they call it when they stuff the animals? What the hell is that shit called? I forget what it's actually called. You know, where they like make the animal.
Oh, starts
Come
with
on,
a
come
T.
on,
Starts
come
with
on,
a
come
T.
on.
Starts with a
Yes.
T.
It starts with a T.
Starts with a T. It's too early for this, man.
Dang it, too early for this. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about.
It'll
It's the
come to me in
best
like a
looking
half
stuff
hour.
you'll ever see. These backgrounds, these things are awesome. And the thing about First Fridays is like they have bands playing, they've got DJs going through the Natural History Museum, and you're drinking in there, and you just feel like you're getting away with something, but really like you're supposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
So it was just kind of fun to just be like, it would have been different if it was like, because you can get married in the Natural History Museum, like that would feel like normal to me. But this just felt like I was getting away with something with a lot of my good friends, and that was so it was just a lot of fun. So like, you know, shouts to cities for doing things like that. Shouts to museums for doing fun things like that. And if you see some in your city, which a lot of things will be happening starting now in the spring, go do that because it is fun going through a museum and drinking. It's just a lot of fun. Like you with your friends and you're just hanging out and there's just like DJs playing and there's bands playing outside and you know, you've got a huge elephant behind you.
Hmm.
It's just fun. Like it's just a lot of fun. So shouts to everyone getting their summer. Get your summer schedules in your city right because there's a lot of cool events in whatever city you're in. So start going to them. This
I
is
love
me, the
that.
chamber of commerce of everything, I guess. That's just me. So yeah, I just want to say that I had a lot of fun on Friday night, just
Nice.
running around the Natural History Museum.
And
Pretty cool,
everybody put down your phones. It's taxidermy. All right, we figured it out.
dude.
It took us 2 minutes. Relax. Put your phone down.
Taxidermy,
Put your
boom,
phone down.
taxidermy.
Taxidermy. So there you go.
Yeah, best amazing shit you ever see. And yeah, I don't know. It just made me think like, why hadn't I done this before? You know, like why aren't I? You look for all these other things, or you stay in your own neighborhood a lot of times, and it's like, you know, your city. If you live in a city, there's things going on in every pocket. Go do
Yes.
that. Go
Yes.
explore your cities. A lot of cool events going on. You don't have to do the same thing all the time.
And even in places where you're like, oh, I've been there. Like, oh, I went there on a field trip. Like our science
Yeah,
center here does these 21 and over nights. They do it once a month and they're awesome and they're themed.
yeah,
And so like, even though you've been there before, it's like, and you're there, you're drinking, you're hanging out, there's music, there's like things set up for adults, right? There's things where you can
yeah.
actually kind of enjoy it or just walk around and chill out and enjoy it. Big fan of those. Big fan of those. Yeah, get out, support your local museums and
Yeah.
establishments, and
Yes.
it's not just for the tourists, right? You can be a tourist in your own city. It's all right.
Yes. Yeah. And also, and honestly, that's really the thing. It's like, when's the last time you went to this place?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What
Yep.
did you go to this place on? It's like you haven't been to this place in forever. Like, go. Things change.
Yes.
Also, on a political note, support your museums because, a lot of those are federally funded and,
100%.
a lot of shit's going down
Yeah.
and taking some of these amazing places away from you. So, go support your museums, go support the arts, do all that. But
Great call. Great call.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's go to Christopher, who is in DC. Shouts to Gene. Shouts to Gene.
Yes.
Out there for our baby's baptism. And and he finally recorded us a video. So
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
excited to hear.
it again, once again, took some. You really
Phew.
had to. I mean,
Good
we were
God.
down to the wire here. We were
I-
down to the wire.
Couldn't
but-
believe it when I woke up this morning.
When you
couldn't believe it.
We wake up, it's there. It's there waiting for us, and now it's here for your listening pleasure, and we all get to watch this for the first time live together. So here we go.
All right, Chris.
Boys, what's going on? Checking in here like an hour with you before you're about to record. I am in DC for all of our listeners, but by the time you listen to this, I will be back home. But can't join you. So I wanted to check in on two things. First of all, we're down here for my niece's baptism, but we decided to go check out the monuments in DC on apparently the same day as a hands-off rally. So I was walking my children through the Capitol and the Washington Monument and the White House and all of that stuff amidst, like, imagine 10 WrestleManias worth of posters. Only these posters are full of, like, middle-aged Americans writing F-bombs about the things they don't like about our government. And I had my children looking at that shit for 2 hours. It was the absolute worst. So just as another confirmation to, like, I hate politics. If you want to talk about it, we don't need to be friends. And if you show up to one of those things, we definitely won't be friends. And that's including Dee Dee and Dan, the two of you. Dan,
Wow.
if you ever make a poster, you better be going to a wrestling match. Dee Dee, I've hung posters with you. I didn't like that, okay? So let's just avoid posters. Otherwise, the pro from this trip, I had just about the best hotel breakfast I have ever had in my life. Send a photo if you guys are able to show it. That's great. If not, they had make your own breakfast burrito bowls. Like, that's unheard of in the genre of hotel breakfast. But I think the key is staying at extended stay hotels. Okay, we're in an extended stay because when you have a family of 5 and 3 of those people are terrorists, that's what you do.
Whoa.
And pretty good. We had eggs. They had potatoes. They had hash browns. Obviously, like the regular breakfast stuff, bacon, sausage, all that good stuff. But then they also had pulled smoked chicken. They had a bunch of seasonings, sauces, Chihuahua cheese. Boys, I started the day off right. And I thought that was going to be, like a sign of great things to come for the rest of the day. But then we inadvertently went to a rally. So what can you do? Great breakfast, terrible sights. That's it. That's my trip to DC and a baptism. What was that? Great breakfast, terrible sights, and a baptism. 2 guys, 1 girl, and a pizza place. Great oldies, something else, 3WS.
What a sign off. What
a sign off.
What a
That's
sign
beautiful.
off. Dee Dee, wow.
There's a lot going on there.
A lot to unpack
Uh-huh.
here. Where would you like to start?
First, your kids can't read, so it's really not that bad. Like,
He
your
took
kids
offense
can't read.
to one of the rights that we have as Americans
Yes.
because his kids can't read.
Yeah, your kids
posters.
can't read. There are other rallies that would be worse for you to see with your kids with very graphic images. Like,
Yes.
you could have been at like
Yes.
a anti-abortion rally or something like that, and
Yes.
then your kids are seeing a lot, and you probably would have had to pull the hook. You wouldn't have been down there that long. Promise you. Your kids can't read. So who cares what they see on signs?
Um,
Also, they have the right
yeah,
to protest.
yeah, right. I think it just goes to show to Chris the lesson for him here is it is far better, and in his words, not mine, safer to take your kids to WrestleMania than it is Washington D.C. to see the sights. I mean, there you go. There's your lesson.
Boom.
Okay, it's a safer, it's a family program. You know, you know what you're getting at WWE. The DC, it could be anything. So there you go. Future baptisms at WrestleMania. Another thing we learned about Chris is he's not really a great planner. I mean, I felt like you and I kind of have known that. Low key, busy guy, which should make him a good planner because he's so busy. He wasn't even sure that he was going to DC until Thursday of this week?
Yeah.
We record on Sunday. He said he really doesn't know much more than 24 hours of advance notice. Like that's maybe you could have you do a quick check before you go somewhere around DC. Hey, let's make sure nothing crazy's going on today.
Yeah.
That stuff's out there. Out there. Just
Chris,
a little bit.
Because I don't know if you know, people aren't exactly happy with the government right now. So you're
going into the hornet's nest, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what day, because that's the thing. It doesn't matter what day you're going. This is honestly, you're lucky that it was just an organized something. Like, because there was something organized that was actually going on. So people were there for something. But like, I don't know, man. You got a 401k, Chris? Might want to check on it. You might have had a sign out there too, my friend.
Yeah.
Siobhan updated me on ours today, and I was like,
yeah. So just a little research goes a long way in prep for things like this, and especially when you've got your busy family. Take 3 minutes out of the day just to do a little research. Anyways, okay, let's break down. Let's get to the serious topic.
Yeah, let's get there. Yeah.
Hotel breakfast at extended stay.
Ooh. I'm like, I need to know the address. I need to know where
talk about it.
Because extended stay is not it. So
I didn't know extended stays even off. I've stayed at extended stays before when I've moved and I've had to stay somewhere extended, not for 2 days, by the way. Yeah. Go to an extended stay for 2 nights. That's fine.
Well, the only thing about extended stay for 2 nights and the family has the rooms are bigger.
That's fair.
They got the fridge. They got the other stuff. It's like, I get why you would do that, but yeah.
I didn't know extended stays even offered breakfast.
Dude, me neither.
And I have a picture of this breakfast that I'll bring up right now that Chris shared with us.
Yeah.
He broke it down. There's eggs. There's smoked chicken on here.
Yeah.
Some sort of salsa, cheese, potatoes. Yeah. It's on a paper plate. So it basically all but confirms this is extended stay breakfast. Because I was like, boy, the food looks good, but the presentation is not great.
Yeah.
On the paper plate. Now that we know it's an extended stay, okay, but extended stay with breakfast, I feel like that's big. They don't even have lobbies.
No
extended stays.
There is
right. You go up to a desk.
Stay.
So where is it? Where? How?
Yeah, I need to know where this magical extended stay is because I can tell you, extended stay, it's fine, but I don't know where this magical place was that he stayed.
Honestly. Anything else stick out to you in this picture? I know we encourage people to check out the video. This is a moment. Hop over to Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. If you're not watching, we'd love to get your feedback on Chris's breakfast in DC. Something sticks out to me here, but I want to see if you have one first.
What sticks out to me, honestly, is just, and I feel like this anytime anyone posts pictures of food, it's like, it never looks good. Because this just doesn't look good to me, but it doesn't mean that it's not good. Because I've been at restaurants or been at places, and I'm like, oh man, let me take a picture of this. Because there was this crazy sandwich that I had for breakfast. I think it was when the kids had their first day of school, and me and Siobhan were just off that day, and we went to had this crazy brunch at this place called More Than Waffles, and I took a picture of it, and then I went to post it, and I was like, oh my god, that looks disgusting. And I just couldn't do it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to post that. But that's the only thing that sticks out to me is this does not look good.
Yeah. I will say taking pictures of photos is a legit skill. And it usually takes more than just your phone to do it.
Yeah.
Lighting's involved, angles are involved, presentation. So like I kind of get like there's even some decent influencers that don't do it well, to be honest with you. There's stuff that
Yeah.
I see, there's stuff I'm like, is this all first take stuff? Like you couldn't have. Anyways, the thing that sticks out to me in this photo, he really raved about the quality of the food, but
Yeah.
the amount of pepper on this food
Dude.
is so over the top. And I know Chris is big spice guy. When I introduced him to Tony Chachere's years ago, I didn't know what it caused, and the man, it's in his veins. Holy pepper, Batman! It's all over this place, and couldn't have been that good if you needed that much pepper.
Well, you got to do that with hotel breakfast, though.
Yeah. Now the eggs
Because
don't look wet, which I'll give them credit for. That's
No.
usually my number one gripe. They don't look it, but don't oversell us on smoked chicken when this came in a freeze dried pack from some wholesaler, and it was delicious, the most delicious hotel breakfast you've ever had. But then you had to coat it in pepper, and like I get that, but it was a little oversell, wrestling
but
term.
they had it. So
That's true.
wow.
And then build your own breakfast burrito. And he went without the burrito, as Chris does here. But this is more than the usual hotel breakfast. I'll say that.
All right.
So extended stay in DC.
Extended stay.
Who would have thought? Yeah, we got to get an address there.
Yeah, I need to know more about this extended stay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we got things off our chest. Now it is time to do some drinking.
Yes.
And I have to pull something up. So Dan, what were you sipping on this week?
Oh, for sure. Happy to jump in. Spoonwood Brewing, really close to my humble abode. Don't get there super often because it's busy as hell. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. My wife and I went there at before 6 o'clock to get dinner on Friday, and we had to wait. What the hell is going on here? Anyways, we got a seat at the bar, and they do smoked beers pretty well, and they had a new one on the tap list called Ghost Cash, and it was nice, man. It's a dark lager. It's nice and smoky it doesn't overpower with the smoke. It's present. Don't get me wrong. And I like that, but like it still had like the back end had like the maltiness of a lager still. Smooth, still very, very smooth, but like you gotta like potency in the smoke of your beer if you're going to enjoy this. But I thought it was really still well balanced and really well done. And they do a nice job of that. They've had one on that's kind of one of their mainstay beers for a long time. But this one's new, the Ghost Cash, Spoonwood Brewing Company. Little shout out this week. That was a good one.
Nice. Well, watching the Lakers on what night did they not lose? They beat the Rockets on Wednesday night? Oh God, the freaking Warriors game crushed me. But it was Tuesday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, whatever night they played the Rockets, and went out with my friend Jesse to watch the game like late night, 7:30, something like that. And dude, I just love so much Ballast Point. And I had it on there last week with the pineapple sculpin, but I don't want to hate on the grapefruit sculpin because they had it on tap, and I just was like, this is amazing. And I want to throw out another one. Okay. And I just want to say shout out to Sam Adams and shout out to the Cold Snap because it's just great too. Because Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, you just forget sometimes when you're just going through, you're getting all these different beers, you're going to, you're going to different breweries. It's not, Sam Adams obviously is not there. And you just forget how good Sam Adams is. And I've done this before on this, but I never want people to forget, when you're perusing the grocery store, don't forget Sam. Don't forget Sam.
Dude, I couldn't be more on board with you. Like Sam Adams, for as large of a distribution they have, they're at the top of the list.
Yes.
How good that beer is. Yes. The whole line, frankly. So it's even underrated and often underappreciated, like you're saying there. Yeah, don't forget Bat Sam. Don't think that it's like you're not picking up a Sam Adams isn't like picking up Coors, Miller. It's not the same.
No,
It's not the same. It should be treated differently because it's delicious.
it
Great
just
call.
is. Yeah. So shouts to the cold snap. I know that was like a long
You
way to
had
get to there.
needed
To
more
get there.
time. You needed more time to remember Sam Adams on Bruce Day. You needed me to go first because you couldn't remember Sam Adams though. Just wanted to clarify that. I thought you were bringing something unique to the table. Oh, I got to go back, check out what the name of this beer was. And he's like, oh, damn. Who is that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Sam Adams. Sam Adams. But good thing. Good job remembering.
It's just because I wrote it in the notes. Talk about this, and I forgot what it was. I was like, "Oh, cold snap." Yeah, I don't know why. That was sorry for the dramatic
Love
pause,
it.
guys. Sorry. That was not the payoff that you wanted.
Right.
I promise. Sorry about that. Well, that's what we're sipping on for Brews Day. Now let's get into the main menu.
Let's do it.
Okay, Dan. First thing I want to get to airport theory. This is going viral right now on TikTok because what the airport theory is that you do not need to leave for the airport super early anymore. If you have clear or pre-check or whatever it is that you've got, you can skip the lines. You can get there in 15 minutes if you don't have to check a bag. That is the thing. So you have all these people online posting these videos saying we're testing the airport theory. Some people are missing their flights doing this. They're literally leaving, like they're parking their car from the parking lot to the gate. 15 minutes. They say you can do it. Some are doing it, some are not. Dan, your thoughts on airport theory?
I'm going to start off by saying this. I recently had to go through an airport flying for work. And I honestly did make it from parking to the gate, I think, in 18 minutes. That's flying out of Pittsburgh International Airport, who has more empty gates than they do full. Okay. It's just, and I flew into Dallas, but when I flew out of Dallas back to Pittsburgh, you bet your ass I had more than enough time, because that's a different animal. And that's what these people are trying to test it at too. Like the world's busiest airport in Atlanta. Don't do it there. Don't do like it. This is crazy. This is crazy. There are way too many things that have to work out in your favor for this to pay off, right? Even somebody, as they went through some of these influencers on TikTok and like how they made it happen. And it's like examples listed were like the gate was the first one on the terminal past security. That's has to be in your favor. There were no lines at TSA pre-check or clear. I hate to break it to you. More people are signing up for that shit, and those lines are getting longer. I've experienced it. It's not, sometimes it's a breeze, sometimes it's not. Some airports, like Pittsburgh, still have a tram where you have to get from the landside terminal to the airside terminal. Catching that, but right before the door closed, is what they also said had to happen. All those things, those little things add up. And ladies and gentlemen, when they close that door, you are shit out of luck. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth the risk.
It ain't. And I thought the same thing. As I was watching the videos, I was just getting anxious
Yeah,
this week.
right.
Because Siobhan sent me this because she is that person. Like, she is like, we can leave like 2 minutes before. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. Like, she is not worried at all. And I like lose my mind. I like to be there. I'm not the 3-hour person or something like that. It's just that like, I like to just, get through, and then I can cruise my way to the gate, probably get some food, get some coffee, then the gate, whatever. Like, I don't need to be there a million hours before, but like, I can't do that. Like, what they were doing is insane, because some of those, like you said, like that one video with I wish I could shout out this person, but it was just a bunch of videos where they're like literally like getting on the tram in wherever city they were in. Like, they literally have their hand there. Like, oh, thank goodness we got it. Otherwise they wouldn't. Because you would have been waiting there for like 5-10 minutes or whatever it is that you end up waiting there. So yeah, dude, this is all bad. Don't do this. Like, you will miss your flight, because all it takes is one thing.
Exactly.
One thing to go wrong, and you are absolutely screwed. But I see why this would become a thing, because I do have those times when I'm traveling by myself where it's like, I got here way too fast. And it's usually when I'm like out of town and I'm like, all right, well, I gotta, get in the Uber. I gotta get there a little bit
Yeah.
earlier. Da da da. I gotta plan this shit. And then all of a sudden, it feels like I'm sitting there forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then like gate things are never on time, whatever. So you just feel like you're at the airport way longer than you needed to be. But like, yeah, like it can happen. But let's not make it a thing, guys.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like it's not 2020 and 2021 where airport travel is so down that people aren't doing it. Like it's picked up. The airport in Pittsburgh had the largest foot traffic through it in 20 years last year. It's getting busy there. And like this, I'm the same where it's like if I'm by myself, I'm like, you usually get that 2 hours before, and then you do it enough times and you're like, okay, I've been there a little too early. I can probably shrink that down to an hour and a half. And like like there's a line where you don't push it because it takes one thing to go wrong for you to miss your flight. And guess what? That is all on you. You lost that money. You have to rebook at full cost. And they talked about this. It's like this personality aspect of it, right? Like there's a personality test, and some people have the personality where they're like fueled by this adrenaline, like it gives them this rush and they love it. But you miss that one time, you're never doing that again. You're never doing that again. And it's not worth the risk to not have to wait a half hour, 45 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
Things go wrong, people. Things go wrong. Gates change. You know what I mean? Just don't do that.
But the best point that you made is it's cool when you're like gate A1.
Yeah.
But what if you're gate A38?
Yes.
All the way at the end, where you're like the split gate at the end, where it's like 38A, 38B. You're at the literal edge of the airport.
Yeah. And the moving walkways aren't working. They're out of order, right?
Boom.
So you have to walk the whole way.
Exactly. Or it's like LAX, there's no moving walkways. You're just walking.
Just walking.
Like you're just walking. So, dude, I'm telling you, man, like these videos are fun to watch. Go, type airport theory in Instagram or TikTok and you'll have fun watching them. But like, I'm sorry. This ain't it. This ain't it. Showing up to your flight 15 minutes before it's supposed to go. No.
Absolutely not. Small airports, you want to cut the time down a little bit, sure, but like that's it. It's all it takes is to miss it once.
Yeah.
For your trip to be ruined. And is it really worth $400, $500, $600?
Like
just to push it.
Like when we go to Vegas, maybe I'll test airport theory when I go to Burbank Airport.
Oh, see, now that's a safer place to test it.
Very safe place to test it.
Yeah. Any airport that has international in the title, avoid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give yourself time. I don't care if you got the clear pre-check, whatever. Just enjoy that you can get it through it quicker, but
no way.
No, not worth it, people. Be smart out there.
All right. Well, let's get into this one. So real quick, Major League Baseball hats. This controversy has been a thing. It's been going on. Because they had these hats with New Era that had a lot of they were called overlay hats, and they've got the logo of the team, and then they've got the city's name behind it. But what they didn't think about was what they would look like with the names over top of it. And the Astros hat is one of the ones that's big because it looks like it says Ashos, which basically a lot of people are like assholes is what it says. We've got those two right there. The Angels hat says anals. I'm like, who saw these and we're like, we got to put these out. Yeah, and then the Texas Rangers hat is everyone's favorite because it says tatas, which is breasts in Spanish. So yeah, so there you go. And our friend Drake, of course, he got that hat because,
Of course.
of course, Drake got his hands on one. And he's having a moment right now. So shouts to Drake for coming back in our lives, making us all happy.
Yeah.
And Tata's is the hat. So what do you think about these MLB New Era hats, Dan?
Let me pull up the big board once again. I mean, it is incredible that
Amazing.
an entire group of people
Yes.
at New Era and Major League Baseball was like, good with us. These are all great.
Yep.
First of all, the concept and design is just stupid.
Stupid. It's ugly. It's
None
awful.
of them look good.
No.
None of them look good at all. It just, the problem with it is that most teams in Major League Baseball, their primary logo is a letter or letters. It's only not the case for the Orioles, the Blue Jays, and the Brewers. Every other team, it's a letter. And so a letter over word looks horrendous.
Yes.
It just absolutely looks so stupid. It looks not cool at all. Not cool at all. No.
The only hat that looks good is the Brewers hat. That's the only one.
That's the only one.
And it's because
Agreed.
they don't have their logo's not a B. It's
Right.
not a P or a C. It's the mitt. So yeah, that's the only one. Of the rest of them, and it's not even like the hat looks good. It's kind of like if you meet somebody, you're like, I don't know who that team is, but
yeah,
regardless,
Brewers, what?
yeah. So yeah, but these are great. Go check them out because it's just amazing. They're off the shelves now, but you can get them on eBay and they're going for like over $100. Okay, well, Dan, I think this is perfect to roll into music with. So I saw this on the internet. One song, one meal for the rest of your life. This is difficult.
Yeah, you could say
And
that.
I have I'm like one song for the rest of your life. Like, what song are you not going to get annoyed with for the rest of your life?
Is it even possible?
Dude, it's impossible to do this, but I went with, oh my God, I went with Rock With You by Michael Jackson
Wow.
because I was like, I need something that isn't, I couldn't pick like an EDM song. I
Yeah,
couldn't pick
right.
like I wasn't
Yeah.
going to pick like In Paris by Jay-Z and Kanye or something like that. Like that's not like that. I'd lose my mind after like an hour. Like I can't do that. So something that was like not the slowest song, but not the hypest song, but like something that was like, in the middle there where it's mid-tempo. And yeah, I needed something there. So I went with Rock With You by Michael Jackson. And the meal would 100% be some A5 Wagyu steak that I've only had one time because I just decided I was going to spend a lot of money at this dinner because I just did it. And it was the best thing I ever had in my life. And I'm going to eat that every day for the rest of my life. I'll probably be 600,000 pounds, I guess.
Yeah, that was a concern too.
Yeah, but I didn't think about the meal part. I didn't put too much thought into. I was like, what's the best thing I've ever had? Having it every day.
This is one of the more challenging topics I think we've ever had.
Dude, I'm still wrong about it. Like
I know. I'm
don't feel
constantly
confident.
changing my mind. I keep like thinking two ways around every answer. Song, I was like with you in terms of category, not being too fast, song not being too slow. And if it's one song for the rest of my life, it's going to have to fall into the category of my favorite band of all time. The Michael Jackson pick is great though.
Yeah.
It's making me really rethink everything.
I was just all I could think about was like what is soothing to my ear. Like I was thinking of like what I listen to on like Sunday mornings. You're cleaning the house or something. What do
Yeah.
you put on? I was thinking about that.
like that makes me change my answer, and I all of a sudden I'm thinking, do I go Brown Eyed Lover, Alan Stone? Um,
Mm.
as you were describing that, that's the song that came into my head. But the one I wrote down was, of course, this should be no surprise to anybody that knows me. Mulberry Street by 21 Pilots. Not only is it
It's
one of my
not
favorite
bad.
songs they've ever written, yeah, because it still fits in that kind of in
Yeah.
between. Not only that, it has special meaning to me and my wife now of like this
Yeah.
impromptu dance that we had at our wedding that wasn't planned at all. And like, so when I hear the song, it still gives me goosebumps because of like what's behind it. But I yet also feared, I'm like, would that ruin it if I heard it over, if that was the only song? But at the same time, it at least has more meaning than just lyrics, melody, things like that. There's more meaning to it. But it's still kind of a chill song. It's one that you can kind of
Yeah.
bop your head to still a little bit. It fits in that spectrum that I think would still be good to be the only song for the rest of my life. So
Yeah, that's not bad.
yeah, yeah,
That's
that
not
was
bad.
tough. Um, Meal. I think I honestly struggled more with the meal than
Okay.
anything. I do have a caveat that I need to ask you because it might change my answer. Um, I initially went to something barbecue because that's probably my favorite food
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
When it's done properly in the South, smoked. Can I change the barbecue sauce on it, or does it have to be the same barbecue sauce?
No, you can't have no.
No, I
No.
can't have like a vinegar base and then okay, shit.
No.
All right, that
No, you
changes my
can't
answer.
change the barbecue sauce every day.
That
No.
changes my answer because that would
No.
at least provide a little bit of variety.
Because
And
you
if it's
change the
not,
barbecue sauce, it's a different meal.
yeah, well,
At a
yeah,
point,
I was hoping you would let me hold on to like the base
no.
ingredients, and it's like, all right, if I have a vinegar sauce and I have a brown sugar sauce, it would probably only be those two. But all right,
It
fair
that's
rule, fair
come
rule,
on, man.
fair rule,
Can't
fair
be
rule.
like, oh yeah, I want to have Chipotle barbecue one day and I want to have
Yeah,
this barbecue sauce.
yeah,
No.
fair rule, fair rule. Okay,
One.
all right.
One.
Um, I almost went steak too. I almost went in leaned into that, but I'm Italian at heart and in my blood, and so I thought of like the greatest Italian food dishes I've ever had, and I surprised myself of where I landed, honestly, because I've had some phenomenal handmade pasta dishes. That's where I kind of lean towards. But you know what? If it's the rest of my life, what's going to give me a little bit of variety without changing the meal itself? Good old chicken parm, man. But done really, really well. So I'm getting pasta, I'm getting chicken, I'm getting it. It feels like two meals in one. I don't know if it's not cheating, but it feels like two meals in one.
Yeah, it is.
Um, so it feels
That's,
that's where I kind of want to.
uh,
That's where I landed. And I don't mean like the chicken parm that you can get at Applebee's, right? I'm talking about really
oh yeah.
properly well done chicken parm. But this was impossible. This was impossible to answer.
I am very jealous of your pick because
Because it is like two meals in one, right?
because that's yeah because you're really damn fucking a because you're not gonna get shit. Now I'm like mad because that's the pick. Like that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like I don't know what other. I guess that's the one. Or if you pick a casserole, that's it.
Right.
I did not think about this because now I'm thinking of casseroles because you're not going to get bored if you have like three things in there.
Right.
Or if you have like, like the chicken parm thing, and it's like you got the pasta, you got the chicken, you got the damn mother. Yeah, I blew this one. I'm already sick of my steak already. I've had it one time. I'm
At one
already
time,
sick
you're
of
like,
it.
damn it.
Like this was a bad choice.
Looking at me across the table with my chicken parm going,
Yeah, just eating chicken.
just as good as it was yesterday and last week.
God damn it, man. I really messed this up. Ah.
Yeah. Another underappreciated meal. because I think it's everywhere and it's common. And it's like I said, I've had some amazing Italian pasta dishes that are beyond chicken parm, but like this is a different question. Rest of your life, one meal.
Yeah.
Give that to me. Give that to me.
I was too
And
busy
I don't need a
thinking about.
side. I don't need a vegetable to like, you know what I mean? I don't need a side. It's all there. It's all there.
I'm angry now. Just mad. Damn it. Oh man. Well, hit us up at Brunch Breakdown. One song, one meal for the rest of your life. What are you choosing?
Man.
What are you choosing? That's a tough one.
And that's the great point, because it's not like this isn't death row.
No,
right?
The rest of your life. You
rest of your life. Same thing. That's it.
Yeah.
It makes it tougher. It makes it tougher.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into music, Daniel.
Let's do it.
All right. What are you listening to, man?
Yeah. I have two bangers to start with. And out of nowhere, because these two people have just been giving us fine music for a while. But who do I start with? Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Azizam. I'll tell you what. This might be my favorite Ed Sheeran song ever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ever.
Okay.
Yes. I know. Probably my second favorite is Galway Girl. Love that song.
I love Galway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Love that
this is right there. I have literally had this song on repeat since the day it came out. It's a jam. And Ed, let's go. Let's go. Azizam, Ed Sheeran. I mean, thank you for bringing this to the table. Again, I think it's going to be my favorite Ed Sheeran song of all time.
Dude,
Bold.
that is
bold statement.
That is that's amazing. I like that song. I like that song a lot. Very interested to see where Ed goes on. I think his new album is called Play, because now he's into his like buttons on the.
He's run out of math, so he's got
like,
he's got to go to the
He's got like the
VCR.
buttons on the iPod coming. I think he said Old Fallon. It was like that's always it was the whole math thing, and then it was like play, stop, pause, and then I guess he's retiring or something.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah. So whatever, we'll see. Anyways, a song for me on the playlist, which I'm not sure if I put this on the playlist when I was talking about Drake and Party Next Door's album. I can't remember what song I put. I don't know if I put Die Trying or if I put Nokia on there, but Nokia by Drake is the one. I'm putting that on the playlist this week because he put the video out for it. It's shot really cool. I guess it was shot with all IMAX cameras, and the song is just awesome. And I mean, we're going to be hearing this song. You're going to be hearing this song for the next like 5 months. This song's freaking awesome. So shouts to Drake.
Yeah.
Love
it. Yep. So I mentioned two artists.
Okay.
And the next one is somebody I've been like waiting for this for a long time, because the music she's been putting out has been good. It's been very good, but it just isn't hitting. It's not hitting home runs. It's not hitting home runs for me. Doubles, triples, sure. Miley Cyrus, End of the World. This is what we've been waiting for. We got a bop. Miley, you used to put out bops, girl. Songs of the summer. Less weird, more this. I'm getting ABBA vibes. That's probably why I'm so fired up about it.
It's very,
right?
Yes.
And that's pulling at the heartstrings for me. I love it. End of the World, Miley Cyrus, also on repeat this week.
All right. Well, I like that. And here's, now this is the point where I get sad. So
you foreshadowed this, yeah.
Coachella is happening this weekend. They put out the set list early this year.
How about that?
And I saw that yesterday when I was just scrolling through Instagram in a good mood, watching basketball. And I'm like, cool. And an artist I had on the playlist regardless is playing Coachella on Sunday. Her name is Jessie Murph. She's playing in the Mojave tent at 5:00. Perfect time. She put out a new song called Gucci Mane, and it's great. And I just love Jessie Murph, and I wish I was going to be there to see her. And it's this weird thing that Coachella does to me. That's like, I don't want to go to Coachella this year. I'm good. Like, I've been enough. Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
But when that comes out, and when you get go on YouTube and I'm going to YouTube on Friday and it's like live stream. I'm going to be like sobbing that I'm not there as the week goes on. It's like, I haven't thought about Coachella up until that moment. And then I'm like, God damn it.
I I'm completely with you. Like, I'm fine not going to Coachella like 48, 49 weeks out of the year. The week the lineup comes out, and then the 2 weeks of the festival where I watch the live stream in a somber mood are the weeks I'm
Oh,
just like, gosh, damn it.
yeah,
And how about the set times coming out this?
yeah.
Give me that on Thursday. Come on, we had to suffer.
Oh,
We had to
oh
wait.
yeah,
We had to plan last second. Come on.
oh yeah. And speaking of that, did you see Ed Sheeran is on there Sunday at 3 o'clock
I did not. How did I
on
not see that?
yeah, he's there
Oh,
Sunday
now I'm even
three
more mad because he's been
Sunday
playing that.
three
He's been
o'clock. I don't
playing
know.
that song.
Yeah, just 3 o'clock in the. I think it's is it. I think it's. I don't think it's Sahara. It might be Mojave, but it's just like Ed Sheeran, just like 3 o'clock. Just hi,
Guess I know what I'm doing on Sunday.
and I'm
Watching
like,
that. Mad I'm
yeah,
not there. Man.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Well,
See,
now I'm sad.
this is what
Thanks.
happens. See, oh, I told you it was gonna go there. I told you it
Yeah.
was gonna get
You
sad.
did.
So
You
you
did.
know,
You warned me.
I tried to tell you.
All right. Last one for me. How about a little rock and roll? Like actual rock and roll.
Actual.
Elton John, Brandy Carlisle teamed up, released an album. This song, Little Richard's Bible, like
Yeah.
it's rock and roll,
Yeah.
baby. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's honestly amazing that Elton John can still do what he's doing at his age with his health battles. I know he's got issues with his eyesight and things like that. They did the performance on SNL. It's incredible what he can do in the piano. Their vocals matched up with each other in great harmony. I mean, the album's great. Little Richard's Bible, man, that is a rock and roll song, and I'm here for it.
Dude, great song. Shouts to Elton John, just popping up into our lives like every once in a while.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
with
right.
someone else, just says like, "What's up?" You know. I saw him on stage with Chapel Roan like during Grammy weekend.
That was
Just like
awesome.
singing Pink Pony Club.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
I'm like that's awesome.
It was
Like
great
need this in my life. So yeah,
for
shouts to
sure.
him. And then next one, my girl, who I will take credit for putting her on Coachella. Lola Young.
Yes,
Because like last year
yes.
at this time is when I heard Messi for the first time, which is every
Everywhere
girl's
now.
favorite song.
It's
Uh,
everywhere.
but yeah, and she is playing the Mojave at 4:50 on Friday.
Oh, good time.
And just to let you just to get into more of the sadness, so I'll put something by Lola Young on the playlist. But right after hers in the Gobi tent, our guy David
Yeah.
is
Oh man.
right after her in the Gobi. And you know, and then 3 6 Mafia is right after him in the Sahara tent. That would be fun. And Missy Elliott's that day, right before Lady Gaga. It's just dude, I swear. I haven't thought about it.
Wow.
Not one time, Dan.
Wow.
Not one time. Now I'm sitting here like crying on the podcast about it. I have not thought about it one time.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you look at these times and
Wow.
I'm just like, because when you've gone, for people who don't understand, when you've been to Coachella, you look at the set list and you're planning. You're like, okay, Christy's gonna want to see Benson Boone. So like we got to figure out times around that. So like there's Benson Boone. You just got like you're like, all right, you know, like Slaw's gonna want to go see this underground rapper who says fuck you, Peggy. Like we gotta figure this out. That at the same time as this, we're all gonna want to go see this person. And you just figure I like my whole brain was like, okay, all right, I was in planning mode and I'm
Mhm.
not going.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's what we're listening to, I guess.
That's what we're listening to, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the playlist on Spotify. Sounds of Brunch. Watch the Coachella live stream. And this podcast should be sponsored by Coachella this week, but you know,
Honestly.
this is what it is. Hotel eggs in Coachella. There it is. Well, anyways, check it out. Check the playlist out on Spotify, updated every week with all of our songs we talk about on the show. So, Dan, any final thoughts on the brunch breakdown this week?
Yeah, like I was in a good mood when this started, and you've completely ruined my mood for the rest of the day. So I'm just gonna go sit and eat some chicken parm and just listen to Mulberry Street on repeat. I guess just that's the rest of my life. That's all I have to look forward to now. I'll watch
Love it.
Coachella live stream.
And that's the brunch breakdown. We're out.